Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm gonna show you a comparison between Ares and Moon Knight. But before that, I want to show you something else real quick. I want to show you yet another example of how broken the pierce damage actually is. As you guys know, I made some changes to the cards here. I removed all the pierce damage. I have 0 pierce damage right now. You can see it right here. I'm gonna show you a run with Sharon Rogers. Let's go check her out real quick. All her stats are maxed, filled with OBs. She doesn't have any ISO 8s, but she has a mighty CTP of energy. Mighty CTP has pierce damage, as you can see here. Pretty much nothing else actually matters. Let's go against Corvus stage 99. I'll use this team and 5 ignore dodge strikers. I want you to pay attention now. The first rotation she will deal literally 0 damage. Let's pause here and let me explain real quick about the pierce damage from a custom gear. You see those slim bars under the health bar? After those bars fill, that's when the pierce from CTPE will activate. There's an icon just like the regular proc or inside proc icon right at the upper left corner, so you can see it there. Let's continue the video. You can see that she deals absolutely no damage. But now pay attention, those bars are full and ready. Next time she attacks, the pierce proc will activate. And boom! From no damage to a full bar of damage. That's how broken this is. Yup, pretty BS if you ask me. And if you have pierce damage from cards, that will be active all the time. Do you see now why it is so easy for characters to clear stage 99 Thanos with those broken cards? It's not even the huge amount of attack, even though that does help, the secret actually is in the pierce damage. Alright, now back to the topic of the video, Ares versus Moon Knight. Let's go check Ares. You can see his stats, everything is maxed besides the critical damage. In terms of Urus, there are only a couple of skill cooldown and dodge Urus to max those stats. ISO 8 set is stage 12 power of Angry Hulk. He has a Rage on, and of course he doesn't have a uniform. Let's check out his skills. He has 65% all defense down on his Awakening skill. That's 5% less than Moon Knight, but that is actually kinda significant. He has an amazing tier 2 passive that gives him super armor, skill damage and bonus damage, and the ability to essentially go over the critical damage cap, just like Namor, Sabretooth and Victorious. He gets guaranteed critical rate from his 3rd skill, and all defense down from his 4th skill, though it only stacks up to 50%. His 5th skill has nice buffs, all attack, zack speed and critical rate. His passive is amazing, constant heal. Let's go check Moon Knight's stats real quick. Again, everything besides the critical damage is maxed. In terms of Urus, the same deal, just a couple of skill cooldown and ignore defense Urus. Stage 12 ISO 8 set, this time Hokusai. He has Rage 2. The only difference is that he has a uniform which essentially gives him additional attack. Let's go and compare them against Proxima. First with this team, no strikers. We'll do the comparison only for the first phase of the fight, and then compare the time and see whichever character is faster. One problem Ares has specifically against Proxima is that his skills get cancelled rather easily, especially his 5th skill. Also, his 5th skill actually has a bit of a longer than usual cooldown, so it's not ideal. Alright, so he passes the first phase in around a minute and 50 seconds. Now let's go check out Moon Knight. I'm gonna use Coulson with him because Moon Knight doesn't have guaranteed critical rates. One thing I hate about Moon Knight is the part right after doing the awakening skill. Sometimes you just cannot cancel it. His skills get cancelled too by Proxima sometimes, although not as often as Ares. So it seems like he will be able to pass the first phase in around a minute and 35 seconds, which is 15 seconds faster than Ares. Now let me remind you, this is pretty much the best combat character we are talking about here, so being a bit slower than him is not a bad look for Ares. The next test will be with the team that we usually use Moon Knight with in World Boss, and that is a team with White Fox as a lead. Not only her lead will increase the all defense down applied, but also Moon Knight can take advantage of her tier 2 passive and the additional 10% all attack from her uniform passive, since he has the leadership tag. You can see that he deals a lot more damage now right after doing his awakening skill, and that's because higher all defense down is applied. So he passes the first phase in around 45 seconds. That's a lot faster than with the other team. Let's use the same team with Ares. Sadly, he doesn't have the leadership tag, so he can take advantage of White Fox's tier 2 passive and also the 10% all attack from her uniform. So there's no doubt that this is going to be a lot slower due to those discrepancies, and additionally Ares' all defense down is a bit lower than Moon Knight's, but it is what it is, you know. As you can see, he passed the first phase in around a minute and 15 seconds, which is around 35 seconds faster than the run with the other team, but it is 30 seconds slower than Moon Knight. That is a significant difference. Now let me show you one more comparison, this time against Null, which will show us the difference in their raw damage. We're gonna go against Stage 4 Null. I'm gonna use Surfer as a lead for some all attack increase and debuff removal. I don't want any shenanigans caused by any kind of CC. And on top of that, I'll use Ancient One as a striker for some additional protection against those pesky tentacles that stun you and snare you. This time I'll stop the run after 1 minute and we're gonna compare the bars at the end. So in a minute, Ares managed to push down to the middle of the 56th bar. Now let's restart and check how Moon Knight will fare. So in a minute, Moon Knight managed to push down to around the middle of 55th bar. That is around a bar more than Ares. Kind of the same result we got from the first test against Proxima without White Fox. So Moon Knight does have slightly more raw damage than Ares, but the difference is not that big. In terms of the other bosses besides Null, Moon Knight will be significantly stronger if you're using White Fox as a lead. At the end of the day, the king is not dethroned, not only in terms of damage but also in terms of value. Moon Knight is much more valuable for ABX since he has all the effects for roar cancelling, while Ares has only burn. Now that doesn't mean Ares is a bad character, he's a very good top-notch character. Frankly, he's probably the character I enjoy playing the most from this upcoming update. He will probably be meta for Proxima, but besides that, I don't see where he can be used, to be honest. Alright guys, that's about it. Thanks for watching, I'll see you next time.